Hey Corona Diary, so today it is Monday the 23rd of March. So, yesterday's news. Yesterday was Mother's Day in the UK, and with my lunch arrived a Beauty Bay box containing this, which is the Ace Beauté, oh it was upside down, Ace Beauté vintage Dawn palette. It's absolutely beautiful. It's something I've been wanting, and I was asked if I'd like it for Mother's Day, so obviously I was thrilled at the prospect of the offer. So yeah, I'll just show you quickly. If you want to see it more, then please do let me know and I will do something with it as soon as I get the time with the channel. But they are the colours. So that was really nice. Also with my lunch yesterday was this. It's a lovely card, and all 5 children of mine wrote inside, and so there's lots of messages written across it. So yesterday it was a little bit emotional because obviously I couldn't hug my children, but I went out to the back garden again and spent some time down there being able to talk to and see them all, so that was good. So it wasn't all bad, so I'm just lucky enough that I can do that, so that was nice. So the news that I found, there wasn't so much, so this is a shorter video. If the news starts to trail off and isn't so regular, at some point maybe I might start doing a video every other day, but for now we're going to continue doing every day. So the deaths rose to 281 in the UK yesterday, so there's another big increase, which really isn't good. It was quite upsetting to see. The Cabinet Minister suggested we may be put on lockdown if Britons continue to ignore the advice, and I'm sure if you're in the UK you would have seen all over the news that they are pleading with people to stop travelling and spreading the virus. People have been moving up and down the country to second homes and holiday homes to try and avoid the virus, which is then not helping other people because they're going from one area to another, spreading it potentially. So you know, that will be something that you're potentially quite aware of anyway. Yesterday we figured out something that really did hurt me and upset me, that someone as young as 18 had passed away. It doesn't matter what age somebody is, it's still not good, but at the age of 18 that person hasn't really had much of a life, which is why it upset me so much. I am struggling with dealing with the thought of anybody passing away. There's too many people. I think the problem right now is that because this disease is so horrendous, there's a death count, and I think that's frightening. I think that's frightening to anybody that's got anxiety issues, which obviously includes me. I suffer with anxiety and depression and BPD in terms of mental health, so loss is an issue with me, and it doesn't matter if it's somebody I know personally or there's lots of it going on. If I see too much of that sort of news, it can really upset me, so I've been struggling with that quite a bit. You know, as I say, someone that age, it really kind of hit a nerve, although I don't want anyone to think making that statement that means that I'm being off, because you know, it doesn't matter what age somebody is. Of course it doesn't, and I completely see that. I'm not disregarding that at all. So the Prime Minister said yesterday that you shouldn't think that fresh air provides immunity. You have to stay 2 metres apart. Now, somebody in that press conference actually said to him, how do you suppose, have you ever taken a 5-year-old to a playground and told them, have you ever tried to keep them 2 metres apart? Yes. He is telling us all that we should still be able to get fresh air and go take the children to playgrounds and get them outside because they need the exercise and fresh air and interaction. But on the other hand, he's telling us that we still need to keep this 2 metre distance and that we're not immune if we go outside, which doesn't really work. So realistically, what they need to be doing is putting us on lockdown. If I'm being completely honest, I'm starting to see that the information that they're handing us can be somewhat confusing, and I'm not sure that it's going to help matters if people are doing what they think is best because the government's messages aren't clear enough to them. So, I mean, there are some cases where he's made things very clear and people aren't listening, but in some cases it's a little bit confusing, and I think he needs to appreciate that. And I think the only way he's going to be able to deal with that is put the country on lockdown. And I don't think we're actually too far away from that coming now, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, yeah. I also saw something really shocking yesterday. I didn't make note of the conversation, but I did read the text messages of an NHS worker who was being evicted from his home over landlady's fears because he was a paramedic. Yeah, that was disgusting in my opinion. I'm sorry to say it, but this is my channel. We all have our own opinions and I'm entitled to have mine. And honestly, I get that everybody is scared, but to evict somebody at this time that's trying to save lives, that person was taken off of the road yesterday because they were being evicted when they could have been saving lives. They should be ashamed of themselves, in my opinion, and that really, really did make me angry. I don't know how you all feel about that, but yeah, I was quite cross with it. And then the last bit of news was that a man was in court being accused of trying to sell fake coronavirus treatment kits around the world. So somebody from the UK was trying to sell fake coronavirus kits. Once again, I think this is below the belt. It's absolutely disgraceful, and I think they should have been locked up. No bail for people like that right now. It is selfish, it is greedy, and it is absolutely disgusting. And I don't make these statements lightly. I don't take it lightly before I say things like this. I try to be fair, but in situations like this, we all have to think about ourselves, of course, but we have to think about the people around us. And this is the time when communities should be pulling together. So to behave like that, I think is absolutely disgraceful. So yeah, rant over. Let me know how you're feeling, what you think about the news that happened for Sunday. I'm intrigued to know. Let me know what your Mother's Day was like. I know that a lot of people won't have been able to spend time with their mothers on Mother's Day, because obviously a lot of them will be elderly and now actually isolated. So yeah, that's it must have been quite a difficult day for a lot of people, more so the mums that are actually isolated, I'd imagine. So yeah, let me know your experiences, and that's it until tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves and I'll see you again. Bye.